Hi, this is Bruce and Keeley, the Spruce the Last Nail, and we're here, we're just north of Pinedale, Wyoming, and we're overlooking it's called Half Moon Lake. Now, I'm going to change the camera around, and this is what we're looking at right now. There was another lake just west of here, and we're going to head up into the mountains to attempt some more hiking. We got some bear spray. It's going to be cold, but it's just beautiful, pristine conditions after yesterday's storm.
Should be about an 8-mile hike, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, we'll see. But it is absolutely beautiful here. There's so much fall color. The colors are absolutely vivid and gorgeous. We have been clipping cameras and shooting stuff everywhere. It's just so beautiful. The aspens are coming out in their beautiful yellow colors, and the sky is very clear and blue today, so it should be a gorgeous day. We're both looking forward to it.
So, please, if you can, give a like to the video, and please subscribe to my video channel, The Last Nail. And this will probably be, okay, so this is day 5 of the video. I'll probably do a little bit more tomorrow, but tomorrow we'll be heading back to Boulder. Please hit that subscription button and enjoy the video and come along for the walk with us. Goodbye.
Bye.
We're up the road a little bit more towards the trailhead, and this is the view we've got of Fremont Lake. Don't know if it's named after John C. Fremont, but he was definitely an explorer in the West. His name is associated a lot more with California. But this is the view that we have. I don't know, off in the distance there you can see the town of Pinedale. But this is the lake that's just northwest of Pinedale. This is just gorgeous up here. I'm so glad we came up here. Across from here, the aspens are starting to turn color. You just wish you can just stay up here, or don't know how much you can see this, but off in the distance, I believe that's the Wyoming range from north to south, and they're covered in snow from yesterday's storm that came through here. But that's Fremont Lake. Bet there's a lot of trout in that lake. So we're at the overlook. This is called the overlook. This is the first real overlook to the Wind River Range. Of course, we were in the Wind River Range the other day north of here at Green River Lakes. Now, this is our first real view of the high country. And we plan on going up to a point called Photographer's Point. Get a little closer in. See if I can, see if I can darken it a little bit. The sawtooth that you see up there, right? You see that kind of a saddle, and it looks like just to the left, to the right of the saddle is Jackson Peak, 13,400 feet, and Fremont Peak, which is about 13,700. Pretty cool. Got some campers up here enjoying the sights and the view. Bruce the Last Nail, and we're here at the trailhead for the Pole Creek Trail. We're going to go ahead and go for it. It's so beautiful to be up here and not go for anything like this. We've already ran into 3 backpackers. They're going up for multiple days, but this is just an incredible day, isn't it, Keely?
It absolutely is. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold up here.
We have our mittens and our coats and our vests, but it's absolutely beautiful here. So
it should be about a 4.6 mile hike up, I think about a 400-foot elevation gain, so that's not too bad. I've done much harder in Colorado, but then
we've had breakfast.
Yes.
And we've had our coffee, so we're ready to go.
And we've got, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's bear spray. So hopefully we don't run into any bears. We've already seen a deer and some chippy monkeys, so we're going to go ahead and get going, and so later on. Okay, this is the first spot that we're going to stop and take a little break. We're getting a little break in the forest, and this is the first spot. Now, I'm going to show you the trail. Here's the trail going up towards Photographer's Point. Here's a trail coming up here from the campground. Now, I'm not doing any of these scenes where I put the camera down and hike, so I show you my hiking. That's fine for people that love to do that kind of thing. I just like to do a lot of panning of the scenery, kind of like this is what I'm seeing right now. This is what we're seeing. And I would rather spend my battery time, not worried about storage. I've got plenty of cards. But battery time on the phone is what I'm most concerned about. So,
funny how things warm up as you're hiking, you know. You start off and it's very cold, and
yeah,
you get about this point and you feel like you could start peeling layers off.
Yeah, this is also an open, sunny area. So I'll get some B-roll too with the other camera. I just want to make a note here. This is really to us, probably put it on YouTube. We want to keep going on the Pole Creek Trail. We want to come back and go down to Elkhart, which is that way. A lot of trees have been felled here.
Check out the snow on the tree trunk too.
Yeah, the higher we go, the more we're getting into this. I would call it Colorado powder, because that's the kind of granular snow that we get in December, January, and February before the spring storms hit. But we want to go back to Elkhart. That's where we're parked. So, and if you notice, I just noticed this, the skier. There's probably people that come up here and cross-country ski. So we're happy it's a well-traveled trail. And hopefully we don't have to use any bear spray. So this is the White Pine Trail that actually will take you to the ski. There's a ski area down White Pine. That's that way, if you can see that arrow. Okay, we've come to another fork in the trail. We've got some hikers, 3 hikers in front of us. And for yeah, those are the ones probably. We got Elkhart Trail, where we came from, Grouse Mountain, which I could barely see a trail here, but we got Photographer's Point, which is where we're going. And we still got the skier. So, and we got, this looks like some day hikers coming up. So we got other hikers here, so that's always a good sign. But this is certainly beautiful up here. And there's Keeley. And hi. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good.
It's one of the best days I've had out here all year.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Perfect.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And there's some hikers going up, probably some, I'm just figuring they're day hikers like we are. Don't mind being on YouTube.
It is quite imagine, jumping off. It's
So we got more backpackers here.
they once they get down to the ground, they pack their chute up into their backpack and they run it back up for another go.
Oops. Sorry about that.
I think so.
It's peeing.
Is you're all like, well, I don't know how hang gliding works, but
So now we're at the boundary line of the Bridger Wilderness, Bridger Teton National Forest. And we've ran into some backpackers. It's always nice to run into people on these trails. Good luck.
thanks. That's fine.
I think we're getting closer to Photographer's Point than we think. That's what I think. So I'm going to pull my map out. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's not a hoof. That is a bear print. And I think it's a brown bear. Grizzly would be what's big. We've already seen grizzly paws in some of the stores, which is good to know. But that's a bear print. That's what a bear print looks like. And I hate to say this further, it looks fairly fresh. But I'm seeing some snow flakes inside of it, which is a good indication. It snowed yesterday, so it's probably a fresh print, but it's from yesterday. So we can probably see at some point that a bear has been through here. So this is why we want to be aware. This is why we want to carry bear spray. This is really the first mountain meadow area that's really opened up. I think this is called Miller's Park. And it's like I said before, we've already seen one bear track, but we've just seen more evidence of deer and really horses. A lot of horses coming through here. People, equestrians, and we've already seen quite a few backpackers and a couple of day hikers just like us. You know, I just wanted to say something too, that this is the Wind River Range. Hi.
Morning.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. more backpackers. Good, always good to see other backpackers here. Not that we're backpackers, but the nickname for this mountain range is just simply called the Winds, which I really like that. When you've hiked in here, that's basically what you call them, is, you know, we're up at the Winds. And it's windy here.
But it feels so good.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Mountain meadow area. Now this is another trail cutoff. We go back to Elkhart Trailhead. Eckland Lake is to the left, and Miller Lake straight ahead there. Just to be sure, I'm going to recheck the map, but I think the Eckland Lake Trail is what we take at this point. So, since I have the map with me, I think it's just good to check. Good to be prudent than to be lost. In fact, we just say for hikers, we're never lost, we're just wandering. But again,
those who wander are not lost.
Right. They're just wandering. We're getting up near Photographer's Point. Ran into some hikers from Florida. There's Keely. She just waved. I kind of panned. There's a trail.
Check out this tree. I think the landscaping and the trees are so beautiful. I mean, it's little things that I guess you sometimes kind of walk past and don't pay any attention to, but isn't it beautiful? It's so cool.
Yeah, this is incredible here. Here's another opening, another meadow. We're getting close to Photographer's Point. I know that because it's really up here. It really looks like it's starting to open up. And back here looks like another mountaintop or a hilltop. Mountain, of course, we're in the mountains. Now, this is another meadow.
All the colors of the red and the yellow and the green and the blue skies and the white clouds is just spectacular. It really is.
Right.
It is just spectacular.
If you come up here during October, Halloween, it's probably colder, but it's probably spooktacular. Ha ha.
It feels good. It feels,
yes.
It's a little cool, but it's not bad. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. Bruce and I have already peeled off some stuff. The gloves went, and some stuff already came off.
So we are essentially at Photographer's Point. And we're not quite at the point, but essentially we're there. But then we come to this pond. It looks kind of brown, but it does look clear. Beautiful up here. Just the hike has been well worth it. It's kind of frozen a little bit there. And wait till you see these mountains. There's some other hikers up there. It looks like day hikers. Just gorgeous in here. Look at this. I don't see any fish. Not in this lake or pond. I would imagine this is a hatchery during the hot summer months for mosquitoes. But not one mosquito yet. I think it's just too cold for them. Neat looking tree right there. Gotta say, Bob Ross would have gone nuts up here. So here we are at Photographer's Point. I know that one straight ahead. That is Fremont Peak. And you've got the Shark Tooth. Forget the name of the other peak, but I did get it earlier. And it looks like one of the passes there. Let's see. Okay, here we go. You know, I have to point the camera up at the sky a little bit to get it to expose a little bit better. Now, this is absolutely amazing up here. There's a lake, mountain lake down there. There's quite a few people up here too, so that's a good thing, I think. I know Keely's a little concerned about brown bears, rightfully so, but I don't think here. Well, I tell you, I could wake up to this every morning. This is just amazing up here. Not really sure what mountains those are. On the way up here, we thought we saw the back of the Cirque of the Towers. I know that's been covered quite a bit on YouTube videos. Wish we could go there, but that's definitely an overnighter. And we're not equipped yet with the skills and the time. So I'm going to take some B-roll with my other camera. Just another angle of Photographer's Point. This is truly amazing up here. But if you can't be up here, I'm glad to bring it to you. Those are easily 12 and 13,000 foot peaks. Now we have at least 50 14ers in Colorado. We probably have quite a few ridges like this. The winds are a ridge. And these are the winds, the Wind River. And it is windy up here. Up there somewhere is part of the Continental Divide Trail, the CDT. now we're past Photographer's Point. We've decided to move on towards I don't know, it's called Miller Lake. Not really sure, but we're going to do a loop.
Don't think concerned, human.
You would roar if you were there, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Where?
Like a miracle.
We didn't win the whole trip until today. It was so nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's great.
Yeah, this is a pond. Now we've seen after Photographer's Point, and there goes a couple that we've been talking with, hiking with. It's always nice to hike with somebody. They're from Wisconsin, or they're from Minnesota, but they went to the University of Wisconsin. But we're looking for more animal tracks. Keely's really been going nuts.
I could spend a month here. It's
Yeah.
so beautiful. It's so gorgeous, and I love taking pictures of all of it. It is just beautiful.
Over there's some boys from Florida. There's a lot of hikers up here, but again, not having ever been up here, I think it's the sky is really just, look at that sky.
I know.
You go north of here and it's called the Big Sky.
The weather could not be better.
Yeah, it's cold, but it's good. We're right smack in this meadow. There's a really cool tree. Evergreen. Now look at the colors in here. Look at the yellows. See a lake off there in the distance. We should be going right near that lake. There's a trail coming into the woods, but we should be hiking near that lake, and then I know there's another one. But we cut off here because if we had gone straight, we'd be really going into more of an overnighter. We're not doing that. This is just a day hike, but it's beautiful. This is just...
It's epic.
It's epic. This is epic proportions.
Got a few clouds coming in.
Yeah, that's nothing. Nothing. It was snowing up here yesterday. Of course, it was snowing at Yellowstone. Let's get a close-up. This part reminds me a bit of Kern Canyon in the Sierra Nevada, but it's different here. These are the winds. Now here's a mountain lake. This is a nice reward considering what we just went through. It looked like a cloud burst. Just about every tree was knocked down when we were hiking up through there. You can't see it. I didn't want to show any of it, but that really tested your agility. But look at this lake.
Well, we did great. We got through it.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh.
our agility is good.
There's our hiker friends. Oh, did you have fun?
That was a little bit of an acrobatic test, wasn't it?
We were wondering if you're going to make it down there or not. You're troopers.
Oh yeah.
Hop over some logs and some trees and
Yep.
push our way right through.
These are some friends that we've made. They're from Minnesota.
Yeah,
But
beautiful.
It is.
Again.
The water is really clear.
This would be a really nice campsite. I didn't take the water
It
temperature.
would be a great campsite.
You know,
I see
people
why
have-
they've got the 2 camp rings.
Oh yeah, I see that. Wow.
well, when I was watching one of the videos of the winds, there was one of the young men in there that loved jumping into these, 10,000-foot mountain lakes. And boy, he could feel it too.
Who would ever do that?
Yeah, we have photos of our daughter doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been in them.
She swam under the glacier.
Oh my gosh.
I've stuck my head
I'm sure she didn't spend a lot of time
No,
under
it was-
there.
in the water above Nevada Falls at Yosemite.
Oh,
And
that's cold.
I thought I was going to have a stroke. And that was like 40 years ago.
That was a couple of years ago. I jumped in that mountain lake up at Glacier.
Yeah.
That was cold.
It was really hot and sunny out. And there were actually little toddlers playing in the water.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I went down about 15 feet, and there was a thermocline down there, and
Oh.
it felt like I had my arm. I thought I was going to hit a sheet of ice.
Oh my god.
It was cold.
I just put water on my head to cool off. I'm like diving in.
I would have been you.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm good. Get my hat wet, just get my hair all soaking wet. I'm good for the climb back out.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. And there were like probably a couple of grade school age kids that were swimming and playing. I mean, they were like running in and out, kind of thing too, but
I went in and out 4 times, so it was
I don't know.
it was
too
refreshing.
cold. Too cold for me.
Yeah. A little shock to the body.
I think that's supposed to be good for you, though.
Now here we are at the lake shore.
Get over it.
This is just amazing. It's nice to see the mountain ridges, but it's just amazing to see these mountain lakes. We got another lake that I think is bigger than this one to walk around. Look at the lily pads. Yeah, we just saw something hopping around in there. There's probably some kind of trout.
I think we're going to be getting wet before we get back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Somehow the 15% of rain always turns out to be more. Oh well, it's okay.
I believe this is Miller Lake. And look at this, unbelievable. Somebody made a raft. I'm not going to go out and try it. They've got it tied to the shore, and I bet that's a raft. Now that's an island right out there. And this lake is I mean, for mountain lake standards, this lake is huge. From what we've seen, this is just more beautiful setting here in the Wyoming winds. Just amazing. I just can't get over this. Just how, okay. We've now formed a party of 4. Got again a couple from Minnesota. There's Keeley. Not even sure what their names are. But this just simply amazes me. Okay, now I've stepped. I gotta touch this water. I'd like to go in it, but I'm a little modest.
Somebody made a raft.
Yeah. Somebody's got a raft. And it's tied up to the rocks, and they got a makeshift oar, and I would imagine it's to go out to the island, and it probably works. Huh?
That's cool. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks really solid.
You can take it over the island. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And this water is just really clear. Look at that. It's a little, you know, I mean, it's got some brown. I'm seeing if I see any trout.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
And
This is what a vacation is.
yeah, this isn't working. We've even seen a few snowdrops. And see, for me, going on a cruise and hanging out and eating and drinking beer and whatever, that's not for me. This is for me.
We don't want to touch.
Now we're getting challenges to take the raft across, but I'm going to pass it. Here's something that I missed.
But
And-
Dan caught it.
Dan caught it. It's an outline. Somebody actually had built a cabin in here. This is a cabin out in the middle of nowhere. Literally nowhere in Wyoming. They have a lake. Here's a pathway to get to the cabin. This is really, you know, it could be a shelter. What do you think? Looks like it's pretty well built, but it's just old. Look at this. Yeah, this is.
Wow. So how old do you figure that is? Can you tell from the nails?
Oh, maybe.
Looks like it's
I don't know how fast. I mean, I would assume that the wood would deteriorate very slowly here. Just because it's dry.
This looks like some kind of an old survival hut. I doubt someone lived here, but
Yeah, this is a ring shank and it's round top. So this is not an old nail.
okay. Doesn't seem to be that old.
Yeah, this was
But maybe somebody added the nails later too.
could be, but yeah.
There's right at Dan's feet, there's a piece of green. Look at that piece of green granite.
Okay, yeah, there's one nail out here.
I'm putting a nail back.
Oh, there's this green granite all over the place.
They didn't really use any nails. Oh, look at these guys. Okay, these are old nails. Look at that. This is new. There's the other ring shank.
This is too cool. I completely missed it. You know, when you're hiking through here, you don't want to trip over anything, so you put your head to the ground a lot. Well, I think it's at least 50 years old.
I would say.
Those nails are really old. Like the silverish colored ones down there.
1930s maybe?
1930s, yeah.
You know, my guess is that somebody started building it, never finished it,
Well,
probably abandoned it.
Okay, the roof would be gone.
If they
Right.
didn't stay and take care of it.
Right.
You'd lose the roof.
Yeah,
So that's,
This came
you know,
off
that
the
made
wall.
it-
but something would show.
yeah.
But every one of these, and there is no chainsaw. There's no mechanical. It's all hand tools.
There's a tree that fell over. Here's a massive ledge. So now this is Miller Lake on the trail. This trail is getting tough, I'll tell you. We're also seeing some snow flurries. But we still got blue sky. Sure you can see some blue sky there. But we're getting, and this is a much bigger, actually I think a bigger lake than the last one. The last one looked pretty big too. There's Dan and Deb.
I love the little
And there's Keely. Okay, let's go back and let's take a look at the lake. And that is not an island. That is just part of the lake that sticks out on the other side, or part of the shoreline that sticks out on the other side. This lake is pristine. And there are some lilies over here and some lilies over there.
Very cool. I love the lilies.
And let's see. I just got the camera on shoreline. I'm sure there's trout. There's the other shoreline. Gorgeous. We're still getting, you know, quite a bit of fall color. Oh. Okay. That's a rock that I hear bubbling over there. So. Here's an area in here. I have no idea what this is about. Maybe Dan knows something, but my guess, okay, is it's a campsite. Oh, and I bet these are makeshift chairs. This is really interesting. That's what people, you can actually sit down on these. They're chairs. Look at that. Somebody. There's a fire pit. I think we stay on the other trail.
Okay.
Yeah, these are chairs.
That's cool.
But that's what somebody did. This makes a really nice camping spot.
Yeah.
But I really don't want to spend the night here. Not tonight. It's very primitive, but they almost remind me of Adirondack chairs. It's a campsite. Yeah, they got chairs up here. This is really cool. This is probably the last of the Miller Lake. Now we're kind of on the west end. This is just gorgeous. Dan. So we got off on a wrong trail that wasn't on our map down to Lower Sweeney Lakes, and we caught ourselves about a half mile down. So Dan and I both checked Google Map, and I've also got a map of the winds. We seem to be okay now. Boy, I tell you, totally out of breath. Probably biting off more than I can chew, but it's worth it. I'm on adrenaline, but I think we're headed back towards the Miller Park Trail, and I think all is good. One of our hikers got a little bit of a bloody nose, but I've seen hiking on some other YouTube sites, and I've seen much worse. I've seen better too. So we were kind of getting a little bit of everything here, but it's good. It's all good. We're safe. We'll get back, and you'll see this on YouTube. That's where we have to go up. So this is Bruce's last meal, and I'm crazy for doing this. It's really windy and cold, but this is Fremont Lake. The hike was pretty difficult.